worst of the worst, our most notorious criminals. Barwon prison is understandably secretive about what goes on there, but for the first time they've allowed our cameras into their maximum security wing. It's a jail within a jail. And 9 News reporter Brett McLeod has the report.
This is how to get into prison, without breaking the law at least. A blast of air from drug detectors is just the first step of a high-tech security screen. Then there's the X-raying and metal scan.
Please center your eyes in the mirror.
Finally, an iris scan, just to make sure those who go out are the same ones who went in. Then we can go inside the walls themselves, fenced off by barbed wire, vibration and movement detectors. My guides for this rare glimpse inside the country's highest security prison includes the woman in charge of Victoria's Corrections Services.
We deal with people that are very dangerous to the community, so we need a prison that's very structured like Barwon, very secure.
For most hardcore criminals, this is the first time their lives have had any order. Keeping them busy makes everyone's life that bit easier, even if it's as simple as making cattle pens or meals for other prisoners.
Beef, pasta and vegetable, that's the main meal.
Along the way, they're gaining skills, taking responsibility, dealing with consequences if they don't. Those who misbehave end up here.
This is what we call a holding cell, so a prisoner would be segregated in here if he did anything wrong.
So it's a bit of a naughty room.
It is a naughty room, but it could also be used if for safety reasons as well.
Generally, there's a sort of relaxed formality between prisoners and guards, a philosophy of mutual respect ordered by the head of Barwon.
Generally, you'll find that on an average that the staff and the men in the prison get on very professionally. It's friendly, but never friends.
That goes for man's best friend as well, regularly searching cells for drugs and weapons. So what's it like when that door shuts behind you?
So this is the standard prison cell here at Barwon. You've got the shower and toilet, a little bit of storage there. Over here the prisoners have their bed with a small light, night light, and an intercom, which is their only way of communicating with the outside world if there's an emergency. Even just walking in here for these last few seconds, it's very claustrophobic, and if I was a prisoner for the next 16 hours, I couldn't open that door.
But that's luxury compared to the next stop, the prison inside a prison, where there's security checks again for everyone, even the boss. This is Melaleuca, and it's the first time a camera has been allowed in. Behind these cell doors, some of the most infamous criminals in Victoria. Some here because they're dangerous to others, others in danger from fellow prisoners. Security is so tight, most prisoners never see each other. It could be dangerous if they knew who was behind those other doors. They can be locked in their cells 23 hours a day.
There are some men that don't handle it very well at all, so we have a range of support services that we put around those men. So we've got dedicated mental health professionals, we've also got dedicated psychologists.
They're only allowed out in the company of at least 2 guards to visit a small, barren exercise yard.
It's the regime itself that is very tight, so how they are managed makes the regime very strict and very difficult.
So this yard, for example, how many prisoners would come out here?
One.
One prisoner
at a time.
Per yard at a time.
Their only view of the sky interrupted by anti-helicopter cables. At some stage, almost everyone here will go out the front gates, back into the outside world.
We want to return people to the community so they don't come back to prison and that the community is a safer place. Don't come back here, don't hurt anybody else.